Move this up a little bit. Ah, I see what's happening. It's loosened. There we go. Hello and welcome to my Ever Messy Art Studio. My name is Keeks, and today we are going to be working. And today we're going to be working on the Makers Color Combo June Challenge. So what I've got here is this is the Facebook post from the Makers of Mixed Media Facebook page. This is the Facebook page for PM Artist Studio. And each month they actually do color combinations. So this time they have a Pantone Navy Peony, they have Living Coral, and they have Pantone Maroon Green, and then a marking element, which is Fake Stitches. So what I thought I would do is use some gouache. And the colors that I've chosen for the marine green, I've chosen a color called Pink Green from the Himi Gouache. For the living coral, I've chosen Coaling Red, because I think that's pretty close. And for the navy peony, I am choosing ultramarine. And what I thought I would do is paint the whole page first, and then add a bunch of um, maybe neurographic art. And then in between the neurographic art, maybe we can Zentangle. And I want to do something kind of different. Usually when I do Zentangling, I only use black, but I want to try a white over these colors and see what happens. I've never tried that before, so it might work. We might find out it doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, we'll change our plan. But yeah, and I am on very early tonight. Usually my son's bedtime is 9, so I just wanted to go ahead and go live. That way I'm not waiting until super, super late at night to go on live. Um, so I just thought that I would go ahead and go on now and go from there. So let's go ahead and take a look at our colors here. So like I said, I've got all these colors. Maybe I'll put this down here. That way it's still kind of on the visual here so you can kind of see what I'm going for. I've got a number 8 Ohuhu brush, and I think I'm going to start with the lighter color first. So the lighter one I have is the Pantone Living Coral, which in this case is our Coaling Red and the Himi Gouache. Hey Zal, how you doing? I'm just doing the Makers Mixed Media Color Combo Challenge from Facebook. I thought that would be fun today. So I'm going to go ahead and wet my brush here and go ahead and get our paint nice and juicy. With Himi gouache, they do harden after you open them after a while. But it's okay. All you have to do is just add water to it and it will reawaken the pigment. So I'm just kind of adding a whole bunch of water and then just mixing, and it should thicken up here in a minute. Right now it's pretty watery because it's just like on the outskirts of this paint. Whoop, that paint tried to escape. So let's go ahead and just try and get it as reawakened as we can here. Really, this is actually the first month that I've ever done it before. I was just in the mood to continue on because earlier on my lunch break, I did the collage challenge and really enjoyed it. And I didn't really know what I was going to do today. And then I was like, why not do another challenge? Takes the thinking out of it. So I thought that that would be rather nice. Just gonna add some water to this. I'm gonna lay it on kind of thick. Let's see here. Oh, okay. I'll have to go and look at that. Where'd you post it at? So that I can go take a look at that. Did you post it in the Mixed Media Facebook group? Okay. I will go and take a look at that after my live's over then. I've been trying to be more active on there lately because I want to try to challenge myself to do some of the challenges. And I want to be able to be in art trades and all that kind of stuff. And I know that they only usually take active members for stuff like that. So I want to try to do better. And it seemed like it would be pretty fun. Plus, these colors are really close to colors that I like, so I just felt that it matched me well. I don't know what I would have done if it was some like crazy colors, like yellow and red or something. I'm like, but who knows? Might be able to create something crazy good with those colors. Who am I to judge? All right, so for the marine green, we are using the pink green and the Himi gouache. So I'm going to do the same thing to it and just get it real nice and soupy. Get it mixed in real well. Just check to make sure that you remember to put the monthly hashtags on each of them. Yeah, I'll have to go back and do that. I'm not great with hashtags. I don't know if it's like the old fashioned me or the laziness, but I will try to remember. Figure, hey, at least I got the name of the challenge in there. Try to do some like weird wonky shapes to kind of even it out a bit. The nice thing about gouache is it's not quite like watercolor. So you can go over other colors and it's not really going to hurt anything. Just might do something a little weird. Like how it has this like interesting see-throughness about it, but it's not going to do anything bad. But this is one of the reasons why I think this would be kind of fun to try to do with the white marker instead of black whenever I go to do this in Tingles. It just might look more interesting, you know what I mean? So let's try for this blue. So for the navy peony, I'm doing ultramarine. Oh wow, that's a very pigmented blue. I was not really expecting that pigment. This is going to be crazy looking. Look at that. Crazy pretty. I just kind of wanted something mindless to do, you know what I mean? Like some days I want a fancy project. Today I was just like, I need to relax a bit. I did put out a video earlier on my lunch break though for Pride. So if you get a chance, feel free to check that out. If it's not for you, totally understand. No judgment here. All right. I really like that blue. The blue's really pretty. Was not expecting it to be quite so strong, but that's okay. It's kind of the fun of these color challenges. You just kind of learn something new as you go along. Okay, I think that's good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this with the heat gun because I need it to be fairly dry to be able to use um, my white on it. So let me just clean this paintbrush off real quick. And then give me a second. It might take a second for it to dry just because it's, you know, a really wet paint. But it shouldn't be too bad. Just give me just a moment. I'm gonna actually unplug that from the wall and plug it into my little extension cord over here. Maybe that'll be a little bit better. Felt like I didn't have any reach for some reason. Oh, well, I don't have much better reach there. It's okay. Eva, you're here. Hey, girl. Good to see ya. Okay, so I think that is dry enough here. It's only 1 a.m. and you can't sleep. All right. Well, don't be too hard on yourself if you fall asleep. You need to sleep because I know you've been staying up late lately. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I want to do neurographic over this, but I want to really try it with the white and see what's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna move this out of the way so I don't get any paint in my hands. And we're going to draw. So I'm just ripping that on some paper real quick to make sure. Uh-oh, this is not dry. I just stuck my hand right in that. Give me 1 second. There we go. It's got to be dry for what I want to do. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So I think I'm just going to start making organic lines where I feel like they need to go. And when I do neurographic art, I like to kind of just go all over the place because I think it kind of makes it more fun. And after we get the neurographic part of the art in, we'll worry about the stitches and stuff like that. I just thought this would be fun. Uh-oh, that might be a little wet there. There we go. So I'm just going all over the place, getting in all that yummy goodiness. And then I'm just going to connect it to the front. So now we have a really nice organic shape happening. So how does neurographic come in? Well, what you do is you just go along the edges here where things intercept and you just make it thicker. So I'm going to make it thicker in here. And see, now that line looks a lot thicker and it's more interesting. So we're going to try and locate all of the lines that are doing this and add some of that thickness into it. Have you? How did you like it? I could pretty much add a neurographic to anything. It's one of those, it's one of the Zentangles that actually fits with me because sometimes I do a Zentangle, I'm like, what am I doing? But with neurographics, I just find it extremely relaxing. Good, I'm glad you do. I'd love to see some of your neurographic art sometime. I think last time I did some neurographic art was a couple weeks ago. I have this cool sticker book that I think I showed you guys probably a couple times by now, with the cute and cozy stuff in it. And I'd like to put those on tags and then Zentangle around it. Okay. Learn away, dear. By the way, how did you, I know you said you got your eye crayons out. How did that end up going? Did you end up liking them? It's kind of struggling on this paper, but it's kind of giving it an interesting look. No, get them out. I'm gonna keep bothering you until you do it, silly. Let's see. I see a connection there. There's a lot of little connections in here we can do. Like that. Yay! I would love to see your ATCs. I need to see them. It's going to be awesome. Okay. Sounds fun. Looks good there. Okay. So kind of off the paper, I have a little paper towel over here that I'm marking with whenever it starts having problems drawing over the gouache. So I think that's what the problem is it's just not adhering to the gouache very well. I don't think it looks bad either. Like I said, this is kind of an experiment because I've never tried to do this with just a white gel pen before. So it may not be perfect, but we're not looking for perfection, so it's going to be okay. There we go. We are looking for relaxation, love, and positivity. I have the next couple days off work because Ronan's birthday is officially tomorrow. So that'll be nice. Um I ended up taking off Thursday and Friday, so I have a 4-day weekend, which is really cool. I am for it. Okay, so we've got that done now. Just adding a little bit of white in some of these spaces here. There we go. So that's the neurographic part of it that we just did. I know my little baby's not a baby no more. So now I think we'll take a black and start doing the little Zentangle patterns. Now, one of the Zentangle patterns is stitches. So I think in this really big area that's going around over here, we're going to do stitches. So I'm just using a Kuretake zig pen. And I'm just going to start by just drawing some stripes in here. It's kind of mapping out where this will be. And some of it's going to disappear into the blue, and I'm okay with that. This is a pretty big space, so I think it should fill it well. Oh no, don't talk about him being 21 yet. Don't put that in the universe just yet. I want my baby to be a baby for just a wee bit longer. My God, and he'll be 21, he'll be a big old man, and I'll be like, oh my God, what happened to you? Oh my God, someday Ronan might have a beard. That's weird. I mean, his dad has kind of a beard. Why wouldn't he want one? Boys like to be kind of like their dads sometimes, right? I don't know. It's really interesting watching him growing up and seeing like the different things he likes versus what we liked. So it's kind of funny. Okay, so let's add our stitches now. So I'm just going to go through and add the pattern. Just kind of making it at random here, but it should look pretty cool. And then I think tomorrow we're gonna go to the play place. So I screwed up. On his birthday invitations, I put his actual birthday instead of the day of the party. So we clarified it with parents that said they were coming. Like we were like, hey, by the way, date's wrong. Here it is. But I'm so worried that some kids are just gonna show up and he's not gonna be there, and like how that might reflect poorly on him, even though it's not his fault. Mommy was a dodo and did it wrong. So we are gonna go to the play place tomorrow just in case there's any leftover children who were trying to meet Ronan for a play date. And hopefully it'll be fine. Best case scenario is nobody goes on the wrong date and that parents that said they weren't going to be there don't just randomly show up. Best case scenario, a couple of kids show up and he has fun anyway, and then he'll go and have his birthday party on Saturday and everything will be honky dory. Then it won't be a problem at all. But either way, I think he's gonna have fun. And then this weekend, we're gonna have some friends stay over. They have a son that's about Ronan's age, so he'll get to play, which is nice. Right now, he's really into dinosaurs. So his favorite dinosaur is a T-Rex. So he's adamant that this is going to be a T-Rex party. So we bought a blow-up T-Rex for his party. That will just kind of stand there and look pretty. And maybe the kids can take a picture with it or just play with it. It'll be fun. I'm going to repeat that stitching pattern down here in this big bubble just because I think it'll look nice. Other things he's into, he's really into these like, it's almost okay, so think of National Geographic, but instead of it being real animals, it's Pokemon. He's really into that because since he's been little, well before he knew what Pokemon was, he went to Build-A-Bear when he was like, I want to say 2, and he picked out an Eevee. Well, he calls Eevee his yellow, and he always has since he was little, but now he's starting to actually be interested in real Pokemon itself. Um, so because of that, he likes watching these funny little National Geographic-y type things that people put on with AI. And he seems to understand that it's not real. Like he asked me, he goes, Mom, is any of this real? And I was like, no, it's like a cartoon. It's just set up like that. So I think we're good on that. Like he doesn't think that there's like really EVs running around or anything like that. But he seems to really enjoy them. And then there's another channel called like Pokemon Kids or something like that, and he'll like dance and sing the theme song. Hey, how you doing? Lots of hugs to you too. I'm just doing some neurographic art. Um, right now I am trying to add the stitches element because one of the mark making elements was stitches. And this is for the Makers of Mixed Media collab. I really enjoyed watching your video earlier today. I'm gonna have to go back and watch some more videos. Yeah, I really liked that journal you did. That was really nice. The blow up T-Rex costumes. I have a funny story about those. So when I was still doing the tattoo apprenticeship thing, they had one of those blow up T-Rex things. And so they told me to go in it. What they didn't tell me is they used fart spray in the damn thing. And so I was in it and I came back inside and they sprayed the fart spray in it and I was like, what is that terrible smell? And I had just walked past another artist and I was thinking to myself, oh my God, he just farted. I didn't want to say anything. It was the stupid spray. It wasn't really him. I told them they were trying to set him up. I definitely thought that he just like passed gas and I was trying to be real polite about it and it turns out they were pranking me. I just thought he had a stinky butt. Just doing some swirlies, some swirly dirlies. Do that in a couple of different spots. I like to repeat patterns like that. Just because I think it looks better whenever things are repeating. Oh, Pokemon. Oh my God, Cartoon Network used to do Pokemon mornings on Saturday. Yes, I remember that. Of course, they used to have Pokemon on regular TV, like you didn't have to watch cable. Because I don't know about you, but Cartoon Network was a cable channel, so I only got to watch that when I was at my grandparents' house, because they had the dish. But yeah, they used to do that on Saturday morning cartoons on just the regular TV channels too. And I remember like when I was in elementary school, it was Sailor Moon, Pokemon, and weirdly enough, Archie Comics had a cartoon as well. So be watching all those good things on channel 62 in the morning. Ooh, and then they also had like stuff like Recess. Recess was a good one, and Pepper Ann. Pepper Ann, Pepper Ann. I miss some of those old cartoons. Much simpler times. Of course, I mean, kids still have pretty good cartoons today. Like, I can't lie. I love me some Bluey. We all know this. Know thyself. But, you know, nothing beats the classics. Ooh, like the Magic School Bus. Mm. Right on the Magic School Bus. That's good for that one. And then let's go over here. It's kind of funny. My son actually likes the Magic School Bus. And he watches both the old one and the new one, which makes me very happy because I love the old ones. He was especially enthralled to know that one of the characters' names was Keisha. He was like, Mom, her name's Keisha like yours. I was like, I know, right? Pretty awesome. Good choice in name. The only thing they're really missing these days is Bill Nye the Science Guy and the Crap Brothers, and they pretty much have it made. Okay, so now let's do some dots over here. I like the simplicity of dots. Let's do that in some of the areas. Do this big area in dots too. That might be kind of cool to have something like that. Sorry, I know this might be a little tedious to watch, but I mean, I like watching Janet Young Zentangle, so I figured maybe somebody'd like to watch me do it too. Uh-oh, this nib's done. Sometimes your nib just goes bad. Probably pressed too hard on it at one point in time. This one looks okay. It's like, well, wait, there's more. Hey Mo, how you doing? We're just doing the color challenge from the makers Facebook group, and I'm doing some Zentangling over top of it because I was trying to figure out a way to incorporate stitches, and I felt like the best way to do that would probably be to Zentangle. So I did like a neurographic over it, and then I'm doing some Zentangling in between. And then maybe once I'm done, I'll go over like the edges or something in like gold. Because I've been a gold girl lately. Right? And I was telling Zal, this is actually my first month that I'm participating in. Earlier on my lunch break, I did the collage one and enjoyed it so much that I was like, you know what? Whenever I go live, I'm just going to do it some more. Just do the other challenge. As I did, I released a video earlier on my lunch where I was doing like a pride collage with it and used all the stuff that they wanted in the theme. And I'm just kind of excited to see what all we do this weekend. Like I said, we've got his party. We've got friends coming in town. But one thing I want to kind of do is tomorrow, I want to take him swimming at some point because our pool's been open, since Labor Day, right? I think that's Labor Day. Whatever that day is in May where it's open the pool day. Memorial Day. That's probably really rude. I'm sorry to those of you that celebrate Memorial Day or mourn on Memorial Day. It's not just open the pool day, I promise. Um, but to a child, it is. So he's been staring at that pool ever since it opened. He's like, Mom, why haven't we been to the pool yet? And I'm like, I don't know. We will get there eventually, my child. Patience is a virtue. But yeah, I think he'd enjoy going swimming, especially because it's been really hot here lately. Like it's definitely been getting in the 80s and 90s, and we are still without an air conditioner. We have a window unit, which luckily is helping keep it a little cool in the living room. But it's been so hot in here that I was gluing books the other day, and the books were gluing weird. Like, first of all, the the glue started bubbling. I was like, "Oh my god." And then one of them I just had to like fully reglue a full side to it and I was kind of horrified by it. I was like, "Why is this happening?" It's because it's very hot in here and that glue didn't know how to act. What is going on with my nibs? This nib is kind of acting out too. Let's try this one. That one seems a little bit darker. I'm like, I'm not pushing very hard with these, so there's no reason I should be doing that. There we go. Oh my god, right? I can't imagine moving during a heat wave. Like, it already sucks when I gotta let the dog out, and I'm like, I don't want to be out here. Are you sure you want to be out here? How are your pods doing? You know what I mean? Like, hurry up, please. Would like to go back inside. Go. Then let's try using the Kuretake Gold. I think I've mentioned it before, but you have to be kind of careful with it when you put it in the fine liners because they do separate quite badly, which is very annoying. Um, and also whenever you go to puff it out the first few times, you're gonna get a big ass bubble. I don't want the bubble. Kind of regret putting it in a fine line applicator because I feel like it did not really do what I wanted it to do. Like, I expected more of a fine line, I think. It's definitely not what happened. Instead, it just got really runny and irritating. But, I mean, it's still usable and it's kind of expensive, so I want to use it anyway. That looks pretty cool like that. Yeah, I do not like to be in the sun either. The sun is my nemesis. It can stay over there. I will just have to be vitamin deficient. See what it did there? It gave me a bubble for no apparent reason. Very, very obnoxious. It's okay. We're gonna try to hide it in like these little squares. Like that. And maybe I'll do something kind of off the wall over here. That. We can do some little embellishments over here. Just do some interesting shapes. There we go. Now it's starting to act like the fine liner that I prefer. Like that. And then we can put some lines over here. Got this little area over here. Like I said, I've been a gold girly lately, so I'm definitely into adding as much gold as humanly necessary. Does it really need it? Probably not, but it's gonna get it. Hey October, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just doing some Zentangling. So I would say that one is pretty done. I'm gonna hold it up to the camera so you can see all the little markings a little bit better because we've got the black and we've got the white in there. So now let's use the other side of the page here. And let's do another one. We can do this one neurographic-y too, but I think I'm going to keep it to like the black neurographic. That way you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Let's do primary colors just because primary colors are really fun, especially if they end up mixing for whatever reason. So let's go with this yellow here. So this is the Himi gouache, and this one is lemon yellow. And then for red, we'll use Oriental red. Let me just get a piece of that to come up. And then for the blue, let's use acid blue. So that blue looks really cool. I like to play with my primary colors because I just think it's fun when they mix a certain way. So we'll get that down like that. And then we'll take our paintbrush and I'm going to start with the yellow. Get that all ooey and gooey. Just do whatever random shapes feel good. Like I said, I do like to kind of stick to threes just because I think it looks a little bit better. But you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. And then we'll add the red next. And I'm going to let the colors touch a little bit to see if it does anything. It's doing a little bit of bloomage, which is cool. See a little bit of orange peeking through. Maybe there's a little patch of red over here. go like that. Then let's do some blue. This is a nice bright blue, so we should see some cool stuff happening with the colors. Ooh, that made an interesting little purple. That's why primary colors are fun. You just never know what they're gonna do. It's getting like a tie-dye look. Add a little bit more that area there. Gotta be careful because this blue is really wanting to mix with everything. So I don't want to contaminate the blue on accident. Getting a little bit of purple. There we go. So I like that quite a bit. That looks really cool. So let me go ahead and hit this with a heat gun. It should not do much in the way of sound because I have noise canceling. But as always, let me know if you're annoyed and I will attempt to do something about it. Okay, so I think we've got some good coloration there. What is on the other side of this? I'm just curious. Ah, ripped watercolor. Fun. So let's see what kind of pen we can use here. What are you? Yeah, that might not be so bad. What does BR mean? This one has a BR on it. Oh, it's a brush pen. Let's try the brush pen. I don't know what brand this one is. This one is the Mashuti drawing pen. I think this is an off-brand from Amazon. So I'm going to be a little bit different with this one. Over here we did more rounder shapes. With this one I want to do more jagged shapes just to give a bit of a contrast. So I'm still and do overlapping elements, but it's going to be much more choppy and interesting. So we'll try that. And then I want this to be NURB graphic again. So I'm just going to go through anywhere I see a point and just add that kind of line to it. I'm a sucker for a good NURB graphic. This one should look really interesting and kind of weird because it's like, you know, spiky, I guess. I think I'm gonna do this with eye colors. Oh yeah. Um, so I would just use any type of fine liner pen. Just make sure they are very dry before you use the fine liner pen on them. If they're not dry, you could ruin your nib by accident. My favorite fine liner is the Kuretake millennial pins. I've been using them since I was a teenager. My grandmother used to actually be the manager of a thrift store, and somebody donated them at a thrift store. I had no idea that Kuretake was anything special back then. And I just fell in love with them, and I love that you can watercolor over them and it doesn't seem to cause a problem, and vice versa. So those are the ones that I would recommend. Be very careful if you have it too waxy, though. If it's too waxy, you will definitely hurt your nibs. But I would go with that. The other one you could do is a Tombow fine liner. I was kind of trying to look around to see if I see my Tombow anywhere, but I do not. But Tombow makes a really good black fine liner too. And I haven't had any problems with that one either. And they're always very juicy. The only thing you have to kind of look out for with the Kuretake ones is if you press too hard on the smaller nibs, it will break your nib. Or at least it'll push it up into the pen, so you don't want that. But otherwise, should be a good time. And at the end of the day, if you don't have those materials, just go simple and use a ballpoint pen. Ballpoint pens will work over almost anything. So I don't think you should have a problem with that as long as you're not going too thick with your layers or something to where it can't like attach to the paper or something. But yeah, you could do that as well. Go. Looking good. And we can even add some like weird elements. Like what if we added some like circles in it in some places? That could be fun. I already talked her into buying the eye crayons. She's gonna be like, no more, no more. Oh no, I just set my hand on this. Oh good, it's mostly dry. We're fine. Earlier, whenever I was painting that other thing, I got paint all over my arm. And my husband came home, he's like, did you get a new tattoo? I'm like, no, I'm just really painty. Really like this with the dots in it. I haven't tried that before. See, we never know what we're gonna get up to. No, no, not me. I'm innocent. According to Aoife, I am a Neo Color 2 snob. That reverse psychology working in clutch. Like, you want to reward yourself, right? I drug her to the store myself. I marched right down there and was like, "You're gonna do this." I'm just kidding. Love them. Right, Amazon. That's the real one you should be mad at. Oh my god, I'm so prepared for next paycheck though. Not only is my Amazon cart full, but PM Artist Studio just came out with a bunch of junk that I love. I say junk, but it's because I'm mad at myself because I have a lot of stuff in my cart right now that I probably shouldn't. But it's gonna happen and I'm gonna accept it. But I probably shouldn't. Why does everybody gotta design such beautiful things? It's rude, man. Rude, I tell you. That's okay. I really appreciate the ladies at P&M Artist Studio, especially like what they've been doing with Kaw, like their creative artists work. I actually am really excited. I made a journal because I've been making all those journals lately. I just finished a journal that I'm gonna send Patricia and Mariah as a gift, just as like a thank you for all the stuff that they do. I told Mariah I just wanted to give back, especially because P said she's been doing so much hard work on that, and it sounds like they haven't really had much time to themselves lately. So I just thought it'd be kind of cool to, you know, show them that we're listening and we really care. Because, it's not that often you run into, people that are so outspoken with their beliefs, which is really good. I think, especially in this day and age where, people are silenced more than they talk. And I was really excited with the idea of Caw, and I feel like it's done a lot for me. So I'm excited to send that to them. Would you guys like a sneak peek of the journal I'm going to send them? Right, but it's a secret. So you gotta shh. Hold on. This is the journal I made for them. I'm really excited. It's a miniature version of the one that I have, and it's made with kimono silks. And then I found this really beautiful, I'm gonna call it like a phoenix raven, is what I'm gonna say. And then I've got a picture of them with the caw in the front, and then I've got all these beautiful pages for them. But yeah, I'm really excited to give that to them. I just want to give them a thank you, and I felt like this is really good. Plus, I'm really proud of the binding I did on this. This binding is way better than the journal I did for myself, so I'm improving. But yeah, I'm really excited to give this to them. I hope they love it. There's been a lot of love put into that. But yeah, so that's my exciting thing that I'm doing. It was really good practice to make it too, because I feel like I'm getting a lot better at bookbinding. And I've come to find out that I just really enjoy making journals, no matter what kind of journal they are. And I really enjoy the binding process. So I've decided I'm a bookmaker. I'm okay with that. Because I was kind of talking about it in one of my other lives, but there's been a person in the past who told me that I would never be able to publish a book or like do anything with books. And I feel like in some weird way, this is me living that dream. And I love the happiness that I can give people through making books. So if I can put a smile on your face by making a book for you, I will. Be specific that it's shared or there could be an ownership standoff. It's okay. I already messaged Mariah about it. I told her it was for both of them. I want to make sure that they both enjoy it. And I told them there's no obligations for them to share it or anything like that. It is completely a gift to them. So whatever they choose to do with it, whether it's with their channel or without their channel, is completely up to them. So I really, like I said, I really hope that they enjoy it, and I'm just tickled. Like to be able to give back like that. Something, it's something that I made from scratch, and it just feels really good to be able to give that to somebody. I also wrote them a nice letter inside of it, so just in case there's a bit of an argument over it, um, they know it's for both of them. But yeah, no, it should be fine. Honestly, I would kind of enjoy seeing that. It'd make me feel good that they both loved it that much. All right, so I'm going to use white this time. So I'm going to do the opposite of what I did in this one. In this one, I did the white lines with black. And in this one, I'm doing the black lines, but putting white in it. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to start out by doing some just simple dashes and dots. I'm very simple when it comes to Zentangling. Like some people can do some crazy designs, but I am not one of them. I just like doing it for relaxation. If I put too much effort into it, like too much thinking, it stresses me out a little bit. And I just want to be a relaxed girly. Ooh, I really like how that looks. I think we're gonna need some more of that dash dot pattern somewhere else too. Probably in the spots that have yellow. I might use black in the yellow areas, but in these darker spots, for sure gonna do this. Let's do some dash dots up here too. Have I done the swap in Makers? No, I haven't. I did see that they're doing some sort of accordion swap. So that is actually my next line of action that I need to look at and see how that works. Um, honestly, I've only just recently started doing swaps with people outside of, I don't know, in person. Um like I am in Curiously Michelle's weird journal signature swap. And that was the first time I'd ever made signatures. And she called it weird, not me. I don't think it's weird. I think it's cool. um but yeah, so I'm in that, and then I just did a napkin swap with Beth Schuler. So I feel like I'm getting more confident on swapping things. Now I just need to get more confident in making things that are outside my element. But I look at it this way, if I hadn't tried putting a journal together the first time, like I would be sad right now because that's one of my favorite things to do now. So I should definitely try making an accordion journal, right? I think you'll really get a kick out of it. Safe place, no judgment. Aw, wonderful. Well, I'll definitely think it over. Like I said, that's my next thing to look into. Like I said, I feel like I just kind of dived in nose first this month and was like, I'm just doing stuff. Um, but I would love to try it. And I really love learning new techniques from like all the other makers and stuff. And I love trying to support everybody I can on their YouTube channels. I work from home. So instead of listening to the radio or anything, I listen to lives all day. And I just audit between that, because it doesn't really take much to audit. It is weird not seeing her name in blue. Okay, I only have a few more days to sign up. Okay. Well, what I'll do is after I get off here, I'll take a look at that and see what I need to do. And then let them know I'll be participating because I'd like to do it. It's an interesting concept. Thanks for letting me know. Is it just one thing that you make a month, or do they sometimes do like multiple things a month? I was also kind of curious about that, but I hadn't really researched it a lot yet. Ew. That white kind of mixed in the black a little bit, but it kind of works with that yellow. You can actually see it. First every month with the sign up. So you can do it once a year or multiple times. There's no pressure. Okay. Do this one. I like that. Like I like that most of like the YouTube communities I follow and stuff are so low pressure and so positive. I think it's really helped encourage me as an artist, to be honest. Like I feel like it's helped me try things that are outside of my element and then like hopefully inspire others to try stuff too. Almost done with this pattern. Sal, I think you might enjoy it too. Yay, yes, we should both do it. That'd be fun. What if we got partnered together? That'd be really cool. I'd be all for that. I'd be like, I know you. Think, let's see here. I'm gonna decide what kind of pattern I want to do next. I think I'm gonna use black. Yeah. Aoife, what's your excuse? You should join. I will drag you. I'm just kidding. I feel like I can tease her a lot now. She's over there like, huh? What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I still don't have Facebook. Ah, well, if you don't have Facebook, I don't think you can. But if you ever do get Facebook, it is a really awesome group. What is wrong with my nibs today? It's so obnoxious. I don't know if it's the gouache or what, but my nibs are like, no, girl, you're not getting that. Hey man, 5 color combos is excellent. I think that's great. You could always make it a goal for yourself next year to do something like that.
Why don't people put banana peel over?
Aw, you're so sweet, Mo. I love that. No, no Facebook. I'm on Insta. It's all the Zuckerberg I could take. Okay, that's fair enough. I'll be honest, I only keep my Facebook just so that I can be in the different groups that I'm in. Plus, I really like Messenger. Otherwise, I could give a rat's behind about it because I don't really use it much because it's not like I talk to many family members on there. So I don't really have a point in having it other than to stay connected to other artists. Plus, some of my old friends have it, and I guess I want to stay somewhat connected with them, but I really don't use it much. Let's see here. So I left. I bullied one Insta, and it's cool. She's in Florida. My friends are on Instagram. They just don't use it as much as I do. I don't know. I like the simplicity of it. Like, I don't have to really think about it. It doesn't seem like there's as much political garbage on it. People don't make me mad there. I like Instagram. I don't like Twitter. And I don't really support the guy that owns Twitter, so no thank you. I have had Twitters in the past, but I never felt connected to Twitter even when it was itself. I just don't think it's for me. I kind of like the open spaces that are left in that. Hey Falcon, how you doing? Hmm. Part of me is like, I don't even think that really needs gold. I do think maybe something needs to be put over here. Maybe I can add one other element to it. Or maybe I could just do some white sparkles in there too. I don't want to overdo this one though. I kind of like the simplicity of it. Yeah, I love that too. It's very nice over there. I love it when my feeds are full of arty things. Makes me very happy. One person on Twitch. That's okay. I don't know. I've just always found the concept of tweeting odd. Even like I remember when Twitter very first became a thing, and there was this girl in my class, and this had to have been in like freshman year or something like that. I don't know, freshman or middle school, something in there. And this girl was so excited about tweeting because she was like watching these doctors, like, I guess these doctors were like posting tweets as they like discovered things, which I think that's really cool. I just think it's weird that, like, I don't know, it used to be whenever you sent a tweet, there was some weird like self importance factor to it. And I didn't really like that. I don't know. It just felt really weird. Like, I liked what they were posting, like, what they were posting was fine. It's just I guess at the time I didn't get why people would care what I tweeted unless I was somebody. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't seem like a place for friends and family. It just simply seemed like a place to toot your own horn, and I've never been a horn tooter. So, well, guys, I think that's pretty much it for the night. I'm gonna hold this up to the camera a little bit better so you can see it. Just realized my ceiling light's not on. I've just been doing this in the regular lighting this whole time. But this one right here was the color combo challenge for June. So I think that one went really well. And then this one was just kind of some extras. I just really like primary colors. I'm a primary gal. So yeah. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you and I've really enjoyed the discussions, and thank you for letting me give you a sneak peek of the journal because I've been so proud of it and wanted to show somebody. So I'm glad I got to. Thank you. um, so yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys later. And yes, I need to add that to my description. Thank you for reminding me, Mo. I will do that. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.